ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादि गोविंद सर्वकारणं चिंतामणि प्रकट सुकल्पवृक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तम् लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसंभ्रमसेव्यमानम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं भजामि वेणुं त्वनन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षम् वर्धावतां समधिताम्बुजसुन्दराम् कन्दर्पकोकिलमणीयविशेषशोभम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि अवलोलचन्द्रकलशमाल्यवंशी रत्नागतं प्रणये कलाविलासम् श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियतप्रकाशम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पान्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मयसुस्वरविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि पन्तसुकोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रयाम्यो वायोरतापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवाः सोऽप्यस्ति यद्भवदशिनि अविचिन्त्यदत्ते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि एकोऽपि असौ रचायुतं जगदण्डकोटि यच्छक्तिरस्ति दण्डछायायदन्ता खण्डान्तरस्तु परमाणुचरान्तरस्तम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि यद्भावभावि तद्यो मनुजस्तदैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमा च नयानभूषा सुखेरमेव निगमा प्रतिते स्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि आनन्दचिन्मयसा प्रतिभाविताभिः आदिर्येव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोकएव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि प्रेमाञ्जनाचरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्ता सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि रामादिमूर्तिशलानियमेन दिष्टा नानावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु कृष्णा स्वयं समवत् परमापुमानयो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि यस्या प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिशिवशेषवसुधादिविभूतिभिन्ना तद्ब्रह्मनिष्कलम् अनन्तशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि मायायस्य जगदण्डशतानि सूये त्रैगुण्यतद्विषवेदवितायमाना सत्त्वाबलं विपरसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि आनन्दचिन्मयसत्मताय मनस्सु या प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतं उपेक्षा लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयति अजस्रम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि गोलोकनानि ददामि तदेश तस्य देवी मये च विदांसु तेषु तेषु एते प्रभावनिचया वीतस्य येन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं नमामि सृष्टि स्तुति प्रलय साधन शक्ति एका चाये वयस्य भुवनानि विभक्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमभ्यस्य चेततेषा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि क्षीरं यथा दधी विकार विशेषयोगा संजयते नाहि तथा पृथक् अस्ति हेतो या शम्भुतामपि तथा समुपेत्कार्या गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि दीपाचेव दशान्तरम् अभ्युपेक्ष्य दीपायते विवृतयेतु समानधर्मा यस्तदृगेव च विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि व्याकारणावजते भजति स्म योगा निद्रम् अनन्तजगदण्डसरोमकूपा आधारशक्तिम् अवलम्ब्य पठन्मूर्तिम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि यस्यैकनिश्वसति कालम् आत्वलम्ब्या जीवन्ति रोमविलजा जगदण्डनाथा विष्णुर्माधयस्य कालविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि वासानिवास्म सकलेषु निजेषु तेजा स्वीयं कियत् प्रकटयति अपि तद्वत् अत्र ब्रह्मा एष जगदण्डविधानकर्ता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि यत्पादपल्लवयुगं विदिताय कुन्ता द्वन्द्वे प्रणाम समयेश कणादिराजा विघ्नाभियन्द्वालमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि अग्निमयि गगनम् अम्बुमरुद्विषश्च कालस्तथात्मनकृति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्मात् भवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि यश्चक्षुरेश सविता सकलाचहाना राजा समस्तसुरमूर्तिरशेषतेजा यज्ञगमति संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि ब्रह्मादिगीतपतकावधिरश्च जीवा यद्दातमात्रविवाहप्रभाव गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि यस्योऽन्यरूपमतवेदमहोत्सकर्मा तद्दानूपकर्माजन्मातनोति कर्माणि निर्दति किन्तु च भक्तिवाचम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि यं क्रोधकामसहजा प्रणयादिवीति वात्सल्यमोहगुरुकौरवसेव्यभावे सच्चिन्त्यस्य सत्त्वम् आपुरेते गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमां भजामि श्रिया कान्ता कान्ता परमपुरुषा कल्पतरो तुमा भूमि चिन्तामणि गणमयितोऽयम् अमृतम् तथा गानं नाट्यं गमनमपि वंशी प्रियसखी शिवानन्दं ज्योतिं परममपि तदश्वरमपि च क्षेत्राक्षीरापि श्रवती सुरभि यक्षासु महान् इमे शाव्याको वा व्रजति मयि यत्रापि समया भजे श्वेतादीपं तमामि गोलोकमिति यन् विदन्तस्ते शान्ताक्षिति विरलाचला कतिपये हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Oh, we need this one. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
प्रवचन दे रहा
I'm going to my presentation.
अरे तेरा कॉल आ रही
Sharing. Just wait. This is Trayodasi, one of the important festivals in Trayodasi. Some of you which is new, most of you I think know about this as well. At the time they do the decoration of the deities, I have 2 minutes, I will just explain. This is the deity of Umagyana Nityananda Sagyana Nidhanshalagyana Chakshurabhutamidhan Tasmai Shri Guru Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajavani Nirvisheshaya Shukravadi Bhasha Videshvani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srimati Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Festival has 3 parts. Chanting is over. After this, dancing is there. Then feasting is there. So this is Nityananda. There we have Chaitanya. We chant Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srimati Gaura. So who is Nityananda? Brajendra Nandana say, such a sutra hoile say, Balaram hoile nitai. Acharya say, just like Krishna became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a mood of devotee, to taste the devotion, Balaram accompanies him as. So just like as another important point, meditation, Nityananda, very nicely. It's like a guru. Now, always you meditate on guru in the sense of assisting him in service to Krishna. What is the meditation? To assist him in service to Krishna. Similarly, Nityananda Prabhu, even though he is Balaram, Balaram means Vishnu Tattva, the Lord himself. Oh, yeah. But we are assisting him in service to Krishna. That is our meditation on Nityananda. He is in a mood to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are assisting him in his service. How we will discuss. Where he appeared, place is Ek Chakra Dham. Kitna log gaya Ek Chakra? Koi gaya? You're gone. Abhi gaya. Prabhuji is gone. Ek Chakra. So Ek Chakra Dham, he appeared 1474. Just for recall, Lord Chaitanya appeared 1486. So 12 years before Lord Chaitanya appeared. His father and mother is Hadai, Ocha and Padmavati. What is the meaning of Eka Chakra? This was the wheel which Lord Krishna took in the battlefield. Mahabharata you all know. Right? And then Bhishma was about to kill Arjuna when Krishna lifted the wheel. And then what happened after that? Bhishma surrendered. So Krishna did not attack him. He threw the wheel. This wheel fell at Eka Chakra. Therefore the place name is Eka Chakra. See, everything else so much. Generally, the wheel, you have two wheels, not any car, only Eka. This is Eka. Where this place comes, you see, can see above Calcutta. And if you take distance, you want to go from Calcutta, it is around 5 hours. And if you want to go from Mayapur comes to the right side, it will be around 3 hours. So generally, people, you go to Mayapur or you go to Calcutta, you can go to Eka Chakra. This is the birthplace of Nityananda Prabhu. You can see there's a small temple made there, and there's a deity of Nityananda there. You have seen this? So first thing is the childhood pastimes. He used to do a lot of dramas, and interesting thing was nobody taught this dramas to him. He all the pastimes. So why you're doing this dramas? He do dramas because Krishna is accompanied by Balaram, Lord Rama is accompanied by Lakshmana, that is Nityananda. When Lord Chaitanya comes as Krishna, it's all of you. We'll say no. Bhagavad Gita में बोला क्या? यदा यदा हि धर्म से ग्लानि भवति. So धर्म ग्लानि होगी तो कृष्ण जी आएंगे. कलयुग में नहीं है. That is Chaitanya. But that is Gupta Avatara, very confidential, because Lord comes as a devotee. कलो संकीर्तन आरंभे भविष्यामि सचुसुता. अगर आप शास्त्र को ध्यान से अध्ययन करेंगे, there are hundreds of references where Lord Krishna comes in Kali as it is. But this is little confidential. So we are getting access to something very good. So he used to enact a lot of pastime. The people used to say, "Kya karega pastime? Who taught you all this?" Say, "I know, these are my pastime." People used to laugh. How does he know it is his pastime? Anyway, so people are really, and his pastimes are really intense. He will play the role of Lakshmana because that is his role, and sometimes he will faint. You know that somebody's pastime. What happens is, instead of arrow, he's throwing a flower. Who threw the arrow at Lakshmana and he fainted? Ravana's son. What is his name? Indrajit. Somebody playing the role of Indrajit, and instead of the arrow, Rama is throwing a flower, and he fainted. And so much faint that they can't find any life in it. And then the drama is stopped, tension. No, continue the drama. The person will bring mountain and then give some. So it was pastimes were very intense, and whole town was enjoying because people are much more spiritual. Now people have time, they watch TV, fortunately, or read newspaper. Something better to do. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. So this is what, and everybody was relishing the pastimes of Nityananda. And suddenly what happened was sannyasi came to the house of Trayodasi, his father. And the sannyasi, I was searching for the name of the sannyasi, I'm not getting, but it is always mentioned all the pastimes. Sannyasi came. Who was the sannyasi? And this sannyasi was very advanced, and his father was so happy serving him. And next day in the morning, his father asked, "What should I give you? I want to give you something." They said, "Give your son." I need some company. Alone, I'm traveling. I need somebody to assist me. Correct? Yes, you always have somebody. Your son is very nice. Get him. And Nityananda also is ready to go. He's also dressed. Papa, I'm going. I'm going. Father, now what to do? His heart is broken. This father will agree. But he's very pious. He said, no, just like Dasharatha also sent Rama and Lakshmana to whom? Vishwamitra. Right? Vishwamitra asked, can you send someone? And Dasharatha said, I can come. Why you want my small children? And then Vasishtha told him, don't fight with Vishwamitra. So same way he thought, anyway. And his son is pushing, Father, I'll go. And in Harayoja, he constantly chanting name of Nityananda after that. When he left his body. Like Dasharatha also could not live long. Lord Rama went, Dasharatha saved Ram, and he left the body. Similarly, Harayoja also was saying Nityananda. Anyway. So that's what happens. And they started pilgrimage. They went to Gaya, they went to Vrindavan. And then he came to Pandharpur. And something very interesting pastime, he met somebody called Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. Very great Acharya in Madhu Sampradaya, disciple of Vyasa Tirtha. Vyasa Tirtha is actually very well known in Madhu Sampradaya. And this is Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. He had come to Pandharpur, and when he was telling this, something is there in this house. I've come to the house so much before. There's so much happiness today because this guy was there. And then pastime kept happening, and in the night he revealed to Lakshmi Pati Tirtha his Balaram, and also revealed his feature as Nityananda. And that's all happened. And he told him to initiate it. So in the night, he told him the mantra. Tomorrow morning, you initiate me with this mantra. So, and the same, but basically he became his guru first. And Lakshmipati Tirtha later gave the mantra. In fact, similar pastime happened for even Lord Chaitanya. This is Diksha from Lakshmipati Tirtha. Later, he also takes Diksha from Madhavendra Puri. Technically, he is known as the disciple of Madhavendra Puri, Nityananda. But he also took Diksha from Lakshmipati Tirtha. Now, after that, he was in Vrindavan. What happens? He has a vision of Lord Chaitanya. His Krishna has come as a devotee. And he wants to see him. But he said, let me wait. Let Lord Chaitanya has not started his Sankirtana. Let him start that. Because he has come, I told you 12 years before. So as Lord Chaitanya started Sankirtan, now he wants to go. And he goes to Navadip. And he goes to Navadip, he doesn't go to meet Lord Chaitanya. Even Advaita Acharya does the same thing, kind of a test. He goes and hides in the house of Nandanacharya. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells everybody, one great personality has come. He's Balaram, he's my associate, he has come. All of you go. He sends Shivas and Haridas Thakur to go and search him. Oh, the whole town they search, every house they search, including the house of every person, can you imagine? They don't find him. You cannot find Lord like that. And then what happened next? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I'll search it. And he gets all of the team and he goes to search. And here it is. He goes to the house of Nandanacharya and there he sees Nityananda. And it's a big pastime. And in fact, when they embrace each other, it's like he has come to assist. Lakshmana has come to assist Lord Rama again in his pastime. This is a very sweet pastime. Very, very Lord as a devotee. Very sweet pastime. So this is how it continues. Then he becomes part of the Lord Chaitanya's team and he participates in the Nagar Sankirtana which is going on. And some very famous pastime happening. The Lord Chaitanya says, so I said we have to assist Guru in his service to Krishna. Guru Bhagwan का सेवा कर रहे हैं, उनको मदद कर रहे हैं. अभी हम नहीं ये गौ नेताई का सेवा कर रहे हैं. प्रभुपाद जी कर रहे हैं. हम उनको मदद कर रहे हैं. ऐसा सोचना चाहिए. हम क्या करेंगे? हमारा सेवा भगवान क्या स्वीकारते हैं? We have no bhakti. Correct? We always, the meditation is Acharya serving, we are helping. That's always should be there. So similarly, Nityananda Prabhu also Lord Chaitanya said, go house to house, distribute the holy name. You should always assist Lord Nityananda in this. They try to bring Krishna consciousness to people. And what is the message? Chant Hare Krishna. Tell people chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita. At least we should do that. In that way, assisting Lord Chaitanya. But then it's very difficult, no, to tell somebody, I lose my name, I lose my fame. True, professional circle we avoid, but generally there we are other dealings. But in our social circle, as far as possible, we should try. But sometimes what happens, our ego stands in the way. How is it possible I can go down to somebody and tell chant? How we can give birth to somebody? Correct? Not possible. So no, we see Nityananda did it. He's going house to house. Please chant. And this person called Jagai Madai, they were very, very sinful people. So much of Brahmin birth, very sinful. So sinful that they used to create a commotion. It is said that Chitragupta fainted writing this sins, that Yavaraja, the assistant Chitragupta writing. Before he finishes one second sin they committed. He got exhausted. So sinful. No, not one sin they're not doing. They're just doing everything which you can imagine. They're always drunk and doing one papa after another papa. Simply, sin means giving pain to other people. Only giving pain to other people. Their life is meant for. So they went, they thought, creating commotion. They went to them first day. So why don't we chant Hare Krishna? Chant Krishna's name, read Bhagavad Gita. They chase them away. When you are bad, if you tell a good instruction, people become angry. Okay? A civilized man at least feel ashamed. Uncivilized man is shapeless. They become shapeless. The next day again they go, they say, no, this man will convince, if we convince this man, like great glory for Lord Chaitanya mission, isn't it? Great glory will bring to our mission if we convince this man, and the whole town will be shocked. We taught this man to become a great person, isn't it? So then what happens, next day they go and Nityananda, what he does, he takes a stone and he throws at Jagai Madai. So they throw a stone and Nityananda Prabhu, and who threw the stone? Jagai or Madai? Madai. And Nityananda Prabhu, you can see his head is hurt and there is some little blood. And then still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he comes to know this has happened, he comes from the Jagannath Puri. He's staying in Jagannath Puri temple. He comes running. Sorry, he's not in Jagannath Puri temple. He's in Mayapur now. The hairs are there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu still not taken sannyas. This is in Navadip. And he takes his Sudarshan, as Krishna. He takes a Sudarshan and he's about to kill them. You can see, huge lightning in the sky and whole sky. Sudarshan is a million times more powerful than sun. It's a very powerful weapon Krishna used in his Leela. That is about to appear. You can see huge power. So Nityananda Prabhu falls in the pit. So please, not in this fasting. Because if you want to kill sinful people, you'll have to kill the whole earth now. You better not leave this weapon. Now we are going to try something else. Our weapon will be the holy name. Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtan. That will be out. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu holds himself. And the both of them, Jagai Madai, what's happening? We heard somebody, and instead of getting angry at us, he's just saying, okay, that's fine, we chant Hare Krishna. And here somebody comes very angry to attack us, and he's falling at his feet. Please don't harm them. So they now, whatever it is, something goodness is in everybody's heart. Finally, they become ashamed, and they fall at the feet of Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya says, okay, fine, I accept you on one condition. What is the condition? That you give up your sinful activities from now on. So Nityananda Prabhu is actually very merciful, but we should stop our foolishness. Then he will be very kind. You can see more pictures of this. Finally, they fall at the pit. Jagai Madai, very nicely painted. And Chaitanya Prabhu. Because they both are Vishnu Tattva, therefore we have that. Aura is created generally around Vishnu Tattva. Even though they are acting as spreading Sankirtana, you can see both of them dancing ecstatically. And in fact, both of them, when they used to dance in whole Navadip, practically nobody remained who was not a devotee. Everybody became devotee. That was later proved in the instance of Chanakya. This is again, you can see, they are leading Sankirtana and the blue dresses, Nityananda. And his dancing was so sweet that anybody will come and see his dancing. So sweet. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to appear to see the dancing of them. So therefore, probably it should not be artificial. Dancing should be correct. Although marriage of band was done, it should be natural. So therefore, if we live a pure life, then natural joy comes in. You see more beautiful painting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing with Nityananda. The blue dress is always Nityananda. This is Nityananda. Okay. Then Lord Chaitanya takes sannyas and now he is going to Jagannath Puri. Nityananda Prabhu is not going to leave him. He also comes. And in the beginning, he cheats Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because he's feeling really bad that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taken sannyas, but his mother has not seen him. We discussed this past in the Acharya appearance also. So anyway, Nityananda Prabhu tricks him and takes him to the house of the Acharya and goes on. And later, I just cut short now, 5 minutes. Later, what happens is that as he's going to Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is carrying a danda. But danda, the sannyasa has posted it. Kutichaka Bahudaka Parivekacharya and Paramahasa. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always is humble, is holding danda. A sannyasa, when he's in the state of Paramahasa state, doesn't have to carry. Correct? He can leave his danda. Now, not need. So Nityananda Prabhu is not happy. He's holding like a beginner sannyasi danda, and he's the Lord himself. So what it does, when Lord Chaitanya has got to take bath, he breaks the danda and through. That's called Danda Bhanga River. The river name is not changed. Where he broke the danda and through. Danda Bhanga River. You have seen the river? Anybody has seen Danda Bhanga? So now what happens is that Chaitanya asks, what did you do? Tell me what did you do? So now I just hung on it and broke. Chaitanya knows what he has, becomes very angry. Because Chaitanya to give a role of an ideal, humble sannyasi. He was very upset with him. He broke the danda. And there is I am going alone now. Therefore, Chaitanya, when he comes to Jagannath Puri, he feels there is nobody around him because he is alone. And they are behind following him, at few kilometers behind. And then anyway, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, he converts Jagannath, he faints in front of Lord Jagannatha, and then after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the house of Sarva Bhattacharya, and then, Nityananda Prabhu joins him, and then he settles down in Jagannath Puri, and then the Jagannath Rathayatra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing, but who is in front of him? Nityananda. He has to hold him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced for so long that he used to say, please stop now, people will die, they have material bodies, they have spiritual bodies. Sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance for 72 hours continuously. And Nityananda Prabhu used to like this, hold him, please stop now. Or sometimes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when ecstasy is about to fall, he's always with him, always assisting in his pastime. And this is another pastime where Raghunath Das Goswami actually wants to take mercy of Nityananda to join Lord Chaitanya's party. He gets the mercy. Therefore, the festival of Paniyati occurs. And here you see, he's blessing it. Yes, you'll meet Chaitanya. So what's the essence? You want, in ISKCON, our mission is to become joined Radha Krishna Leela. Correct? Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha. Prabhupada says in the Purport to Gopi Jana Vallabha song, our mission is to become Gopi Jana Vallabha. To join the party of the gopis to serve Radha Krishna. But without Nityananda mercy, you cannot get it. Proved here by Raghunath Das Goswami. He gets the mercy and he joins the pastime of. And actually in that thing, he brings Lord Chaitanya in that pastime. Here he has two wives, Jahnavi and Vasudha. They are two wives of Nityananda. In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu orders Nityananda to go and preach. And very important, why I told him to accept Grihastha ashram, because as a sannyasi you cannot enter everywhere. You cannot enter a sannyasi into so many places, house of a meat eater. You cannot go to cinema hall, drunkard, you cannot. But as a Grihastha humble, you can go anywhere. You can talk to him. Sannyasa means, at least in those days, sannyasi is very strict. You cannot accept food in the house of so many kind of people. Sannyasa ashram was very strict. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya, if you see, he converted Prakash into Saraswati, Sarva Bhattacharya, like that, top people. But Nityananda, as Nityananda, through Nityananda, he converted the most following people. So therefore, Nityananda Prabhu is a merciful manifestation of God. And there is very important mood difference, because at Balaram, Nityananda was very strict. He demanded respect. When Romharshana Sutta neglected him, what did he do? Romharshana Sutta was giving Bhagavata class. When Balaram appeared, he neglected him. And Balaram thought, this is hypocrisy. Bhagavatam is to glorify Krishna and Balaram. That's all Bhagavatam is all about. And here this person is giving Bhagavatam and Balaram is coming from now. So he just takes a kusha grass and touches on his heart and he dies. Correct? Because hearing such a glorification of the Lord, somebody with no devotion to the Lord, is actually giving poison. You are giving poison, isn't it? Hypocrisy से क्या होता है, जितना भक्ति वो भी बाहर आ जाएगा. True? We should hear about Krishna from a devotee, but he is not a devotee. Romharshana Sutta is not a devotee. So he shows by example, this distributing not nectar, is distributing poison, it has to stop. But as Nityananda, something reverse. As Nityananda, he takes the crab, the strange straw within his mouth, and he goes to people humbly and he chants Hare. You know, taking a straw in the Vedic culture is like absolute humility. Please, please, can you chant Hare Krishna? You're wonderful, you're very beautiful, you're very intelligent. Can you chant Hare Krishna? So it's a different move. Imagine the Lord doing that. This is actually Sanatana Goswami whenever Lord Chaitanya met. Like but Nityananda was going door to door and begging people can chant. So when God can do that, why we should be ashamed of it? We should also not have hesitation. So at least request to our friends, everybody, chant in Krishna. This is the appearance of Nityananda. Some few shlokas. Prema Mata Nityananda Kripa Avatara Uttama Adama Kichuna Kari Vichara. Because it intoxicates with ecstatic love and incarnation of mercy. It does not distinguish in good and bad. You're good or bad doesn't matter. It gives you blessings. Ye aage padaya tare karaya nistara ateva nistarila mohena durachara. He delivers all those who fall down before him. Therefore, he has delivered such a sinful and fallen person as me. This is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying. Is so merciful. He can deliver anybody who falls down before him. Hey no Nitai Vinay Bhai Radha Krishna Pai Dinai. Unless you get mercy Nityananda, you're not going to get Radha Krishna. Nitai Pada Kamala is the famous shloka Koti Chanda Shushi Chala Jai Jai Chai Jagat Jurai. Hey no Nitai Vinay Bhai Radha Krishna Pai Dinai. Nirira Kori Dharu Nitai. Take shelter of Nityananda, hold on to his lotus feet tightly. Dina hina patita pamara nahi vichara brahmara dullabha prema sabaka jache. Nityananda freely offered his exalted prema, which is difficult for Lord Brahma to attain, even to the fallen nature soul did not deserve it. So to Krishna prema, actually say Mahavadena and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very merciful. Actually, this mercy shows more through Nityananda. Even people who have no qualification, imagine what opportunity we have, and we don't take seriously. Therefore, even it is said by Parvati, Durga, when she tested Haridas Thakur, she said, if somebody, this Lord Chaitanya mission is spreading now, if you do not take it seriously, and do not go back to Godhead, for billions of births, you will not be able to go. So this is very, very opportunity which we should not miss. Abadda Karuna Sindhu Nitai Katiyamu Ghare Ghare Bole Prema Amiyarvan. The ocean of mercy had formerly been sealed tight, but Nityananda cut a channel its boundary to allow the great flooding of excellent nectar from house to house. So, this love of Krishna, which is not so easily delivered, Nityananda Prabhu is bringing house to house. Jai dekhe tara kohe danta trinadhori amara kiniya loho bolo gaura hari. So, this Nityananda Prabhu says to whoever receives while holding straw between his teeth, please purchase in the worshipping Gaura Hari. If you chant the name of God Hari, you are purchasing. Lochana bole mora nitai jeva na bhajilo janiya shuniya say atma ghati hai. Lochana Das say, whoever has not worshipped my Nitya or taken advantage of the exalted opportunity offered by him, knowingly commit suicide. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Something we did. I hope it was visible to people also. Okay, so now we have the final Aarti.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamotsav ki. Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamotsav ki. Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamotsav ki. So how do you serve Nityananda? And please him, try to distribute Krishna consciousness because he is taking that mission while we should be. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hey, time is there?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You see? Okay. Give the mic. Hey, scores.
जिसे को देता है कि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि